Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the show. We are playing The Novelist. This is episode 4. We just concluded the Kaplan's first month, and it looks like Tommy's on the right track, but the book isn't going very well for Dan, and Linda isn't doing very well for getting her marriage back in order, so we'll see if we can do better this month. So at the conclusion of the last episode, we found that there is some sort of letter that has been sent for Linda that is important. Let's see if we can find it.
I'm putting on a show. Can you believe it? I've already got butterflies. It's been so long. I'm glad it's a small gallery so I can ease my way back into things a bit. And I want to do it right. I'd forgotten how much work goes into things that aren't painting when it's time to put on a gallery. You know I could never stand all the logistical rigmarole. Plus I have a piece I really want to finish before the show. So much to do. I want to take it seriously and go through the whole process though, because if the show goes well, who knows? Hope to hear from you. And hope you can come, of course. Yours always, Linda.
Well, as nice as that is, putting myself in Dan's shoes, if I got a letter from an agent that said, you need to work your ass off to make this book publishable, I would do that. So, I have a feeling that no matter what I do from here on out, I'm going to be focusing on Dan and getting that book going. Mrs. Kaplan, we're thrilled to be exhibiting your work Thursday. I know this all came together a little last minute, but our secretary is only part-time and she sometimes gets behind. I've sent along some forms and samples for the ad we plan to run in this week's paper. I know it's probably the last thing you want to worry about right now, but what's the point of putting on a show if no one knows about it? Anyhow, I know this is all a bit hectic, but while we might be small, we have a lot of heart. We're very excited about your show. Nicole Adams, Westlake Gallery. Well, it seems that Linda's doing really well in her co-op. I mean, that's heartening. At least she's not wasting her time there. And there's... Oh, that was when Tommy and Dan went to look for arrowheads. It's smiling. Or at least Tommy is smiling in the picture, so that's an improvement. Can we actually see the arrowheads in the bucket? No. I was wondering if the game would have been that detailed. Hi, Tommy. You have a different shirt on. It is a race car. Cool. Race car shirt.
Hey, Mommy.
Hey, Pumpkin.
There's that whiskey again. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Has it been 5 years already? I still remember the thought that blindsided me when I saw Tommy for the first time. He's my new creative work. TJ gave me such a look when I told her I was going to cut back on my painting, but she doesn't have any kids, so there's no way she could understand. It's hard to top creating an entire person. Maybe she thought Dan told me I had to stay home. That would have been a very short conversation. Still, I can't ignore the fact that it's time to figure out what on hold means. What would it look like to go back full time? Do I want to?
I'm actually kind of surprised Tommy's only 5. I thought he was older than that. I don't know where I thought he was older in my brain, but I thought he was older. Anyway. Okay, let's see what's going on in the office. There's usually a few things here. Yep, another book. More literary register, May edition. Still nothing. It didn't give me a memory, so it must just be another prop.
Every time I plot something I think will hold together, it falls to pieces. This thing was supposed to be done months ago, but the further I get, the harder it is to make it all work. Nothing's ever as simple as it seems at first. I'll think about a problem for days, finally come up with a fix, and then realize it breaks something somewhere else. I can barely hold all the threads together. Sometimes this thing just feels too big for me and I want to burn it and walk away. But that's what I do. And the deadlines don't help either. I can't think harder or faster. This stuff comes when it comes, and getting stressed out about it just makes it harder to get the words down. Like right now, I'm writing about the thing instead of working on the thing. Damn it, Dan, get to work.
You want me to... Yeah, the Akamara has requested I mic her up. Go ahead. You're on.
It's just for a few minutes. I'd just like to point out how disastrous it would be if we had a child. Neither of us would have time for them.
Yeah.
Just
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you work on your thing and I work on my things, and it's great, and we can sometimes have, like, work time together. That's usually how we spend time together, and I don't have a problem with that, and I know you... Well, I don't quite know how you feel about that. Like, being together but not, like, doing things together.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
I know you want to do things together sometimes, but, like, I like us doing our thing together rather than... Well, not rather than, just it's nice.
Rather than forcing a particular activity that neither of us would
Yeah.
want to be a part of.
Exactly.
Yes, I
Like-
get it.
Sit-down dinners.
I get it. Yes. Yeah, well, part of what makes whatever we have between us work between us is because we actually want similar things. That's part of the problem with Dan and Linda. Linda does not want the same thing. She's thinking about it because she feels like she has no choice, I think, at this point, since her primary want has disappeared. You know, she wants the family to be together, but it just doesn't seem to be happening for her.
Yeah.
Especially with the choices we've made so far. But, I don't know. Like I said, putting myself in Dan's shoes at this point, I feel like I need to go all out with getting that book done. Because that is exactly what I would do in his
Yeah.
shoes.
See, the difference between me and Linda is even if I don't quite understand that, like, I know you, and I know you need those sort of things. Like, I'm okay with being second to your work.
That's fair. There was a person who was interested in me a year ago. I won't mention who. You probably remember who it was. But anyway, I had
but yeah.
a lady who was interested in me about a year ago who we had a very frank conversation about the fact that if she and I were going to have a relationship, I needed to be first in her life and vice versa, and it just was not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, for me, my writing, my book, specifically my novel, is the thing for me. And it's come to the point where I've actually listened to a few love songs, and I can see a parallel between a supposedly romantic love song and my feelings for my book. And when it's specifically, I told this to Krobik, it was specifically a song by Dodgery. It was shit, it's at the top of my phone. I can't remember the song now. Oh, It's Not Over. The song It's Not Over by Dodgery, the chorus especially, is something that I feel toward my book. And when I realized that there is no possible way a person will be able to take the place of that feeling. And it's made me wonder just what kind of person I am if I'm putting a creative work above other people. Maybe that makes me an asshole, but it is who I am, and I need my novel to succeed. I have this weird love affair with my novel, and it needs to succeed, and that's why it will always be my top priority. And there's no way I can have a real relationship or a kid. It just isn't gonna work for me.
My thing with putting another person first in your life is, if that's what's first in your life, what else is there?
Well, okay, but I mean, that's what some people would want. Some people live for that, for their family,
and
which is fine.
That's okay, but, like, that's not for me.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not for me either. Whereas for Linda in the story, it might be.
Paul, hey man, if I'd known my letter would set you off like that, I wouldn't have written. My fault. Let's both just calm down. I see now that it was stupid to ask if you knew any art agents. That's like you asking me if I know any professional sculptors. Dumb question, point taken. But believe me, no one's more worried about the schedule than I am. I think about it every day. I can't get away from it. Most nights I start thinking about it and can't stop. My heart starts beating out of control and I have to get up and try to work just to calm down. I'm not slacking off, man. I shouldn't have made you think I was focused on anything else. I'll get everything sorted out. Seriously. Damn it.
And he's getting now that pressure from his agent.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I've gotta help Dan out here.
Yeah. Maybe help Dan, but find a compromise with Linda.
We'll see what she wants first. I haven't found everything. Oh.
'Cause
Hey, he drew a picture of him having fun with the kids at camp. That's good. That's certainly better than... Oh, and there he is finding some arrowheads. Or a seashell on the beach. That's
yeah,
much better than seeing
Tommy's doing
him...
a lot better now. We did good for him.
Yes, we did. This note good for one adventure. Signed, Daddy. Aww, that's adorable. I had an ex who
God.
thought that hug coupons and kiss coupons are a good idea, and those are stupid as hell. But for
They
little
really are.
kids, I think it's
Yeah.
actually
Just
kind of
never
neat.
stops.
I think it's kind of a cute idea, especially for, you know, we're talking a 5-year-old, so whatever. I think that works out pretty well.
Maybe it's time.
All right,
Yeah,
let's see if
hug
we can
coupons
find...
and kiss coupons for your adult relationship. Not so
Has it
much.
been 5 years?
Okay, I've missed something somewhere. Who am I missing? I'm still missing at least one clue from Dan. Okay. Wait, did I...
What is that type? Or is that clicking? Is that him typing?
Yeah, it's him typing. See, I looked at that already. Oh, here's something. Paul called again. Are you gonna call him back? When? And that's 3 of 4, so I've missed another one somewhere. Goodness. Okay. Man, I feel so bad for Dan. Like, okay, whoever wrote the script and the writing for this game, like, I don't know how many devs worked on this. I bought the game myself. This isn't one of the ones that was given to me, but in case the dev is listening to this, for as little chance as that is, whoever wrote the script, you're a freaking amazing writer, because I'm feeling Dan and I'm feeling the frustration in what he wants, and it's not being force-fed to me. That's some great, subtle writing. It's fantastic. But anyway, my point was that I can hear in Dan's writing voice, so to speak, that he really wants to, he really wants this book to succeed no matter what. And what's frustrating him more than anything is the fact that it hasn't yet, and how much work he has to put into it. He wants to put into the work. He just doesn't have the time or the energy to do it. Mostly the time. He mostly does not have the time to put into the book as much of himself as he wants it to be. And holy crap, can I relate to that. Do you want me to turn your mic off?
No, I just need to... Whoa, I was letting you talk. I need to find a Band-Aid because I burned myself really bad at work today.
That's...
And as gross as it sounds, the skin just ripped off of the burn. Like the burned skin tore
Yes,
off.
I get it. Oh, hey, there's something I don't think I noticed. Friday, rap draft. Saturday, family day. Sunday, dialogue pass, fix Alice. Revisions when? Alright, let's jump into Dan's memory first, because I want to know what he wants right now.
Hey, what's wrong?
Plus 20 points for that voice acting for that sigh. One more time. God, how many times have I made that particular noise doing my book and doing this channel? Alright, where is... Oh, there we go. How you doing, Dan?
It's impossible to get into a rhythm right now. This place was supposed to create some peace and quiet, but I almost never get 2 unbroken writing blocks in the same day. I know I'll never get exactly the schedule I want, that's just a fact of life. But that doesn't make it easier to get good work done with everything else going on. Just gotta figure out a way to push through. No other choice, really. This book isn't going to write itself.
Ugh.
Distractions are the worst. I said before that I write during my lunch hours at work, and still, even with earbuds, it sometimes does not stop people from coming in and bothering me. And it doesn't help that, like, in general, you know, I'm there for the customers, and I've even told people, like, if there's a question that nobody else can answer, come get me, even if I'm on lunch, which actually breaks Walmart policy. But, and I mean it because I want to help customers, but the downside is if someone sits down and wants to start talking to me, you know, what am I supposed to do? I don't have it in me to tell people to politely leave me alone so I can keep writing. The headphones have helped, because headphones, earbuds are a good international sign of leave me alone. But,
How am I gonna get it?
I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
Reminds me, I need to get some good headphones.
Chain myself to the typewriter to make it.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Yeah, that's exactly what
He's been helping his
focusing.
family a lot. We should let him be selfish.
Okay, let's see what the others want. Where is... I've lost track of Linda and Tommy. Wow, I really... Oh, there's Tommy. Okay. Okay. I was about to complain that I wish the game had a run button, because it doesn't, but really, possessing the lights is your run button. I just haven't been.
Cool. Can we go?
Oh, he wants to use the coupon.
He does. Oh my god, I bet you that's what item he wants. I bet you that's what Tommy's gonna want to do. Oh, that's gonna be a rough choice. Both of them are smiling now. They weren't smiling in the previous pictures. Take my bucket to the beach with Daddy. Alright. Man, I think I feel a compromise coming on between those two.
What does Linda want?
Let's see. Let's see if we can find her memories here.
The 7 o'clock idea was dead before it even got started. Dan was pretty adamant that he just can't make the time with his writing schedule, and if we pushed it any later, Tommy would have been wiped out. I guess we'll just keep playing it by ear each night, but that makes it so hard to count on any quality time. Maybe it's a small thing, but I'm worried it'll chip away at us over time.
She still has some confidence in it, though. Like, you could hear from her voice she isn't giving up yet.
Maybe we should compromise between Dan and Linda today?
I don't know, it makes... I almost feel like if I deny Tommy, then Dan is going to go back on the coupon,
What is it, Mommy?
and that would suck.
I don't know yet, honey.
Okay. Dan could take care of the promo forms on the coffee table. You can take care of your own promo forms. What are you talking about? Oh, the forms for the art gallery.
And then...
All right. Well, the primary is definitely Dan, so we're gonna pick the typewriter here. Yes. Okay, so this will guarantee that Dan gets some work done. Alright. What I'm supposing here is that whatever the first choice you make, like in this case Dan's typewriter, that's the primary choice, and then if you do a compromise, that's kind of a secondary. I'm just assuming, I don't know for sure though. The Diary of Claire Bradford, September 5th, 1961. Okay, so this was about 15 years later. Maybe getting my thoughts down on paper will help. Make a list. That's what Mom always taught me. So, dear diary, here are all the wonderful things about Roger. He's very handsome. He'll soon be working as a lawyer at his father's firm, though the job is no gift. He worked so hard in college. He might be the only person on earth who loves music as much as me. He especially loves the songs I write him. His family has money, which of course shouldn't matter, but it's nice to feel secure. Who wouldn't want to marry someone like that? Actually, I think there was a typo. Who wouldn't want to marry someone like that? Yeah, they missed up.
It sounds like she's convincing herself.
Maybe. We don't know anything about her, though. I wonder if that diary entry has anything to do with the options I did or did not pick on the first month. Probably not. Nope, doesn't look like there's anything else here. So I guess there's just one past diary entry per month, I suppose. Anyway. Alright, so I'm tempted to just go ahead and give Dan what he wants. Get some writing done. Wait, oh, and just as I said that, I was wrong. Diary of Claire Bradford, this is a couple days later. I don't know why, but I feel like I can really get my thoughts together here. That's why this entry isn't going to be very fun, but fair is fair. I've already waited a day, and there's no use delaying it longer. Here are the not so wonderful things about Roger. He can be so self-absorbed, especially when he's working on something. No one will ever accuse him of having a great sense of humor. He's so very predictable. Sometimes this makes me feel secure, other times I just feel so bored. I wonder if maybe he spends too much time chasing his father and not enough time being his own man. There. Now I feel rotten. I do love him very much. Everyone has their flaws. Are his so bad? That's something only you can answer, Claire. Okay. I'm gonna give Dan his computer, or his typewriter. I'm not gonna compromise. His book is way too important here. Or maybe it's just me projecting. Dan couldn't get past the thought of missing yet another deadline would drive one more nail into his career's coffin, so he holed up in his office and wrote all weekend. He found a rhythm and stayed with it as long as he could, eating meals at his desk instead of with his family. The non-stop clacking of the typewriter filled the house. I definitely feel that. Tommy spent Saturday playing by the window, looking out at the beach and wishing his dad wasn't so busy doing grown-up things. He tried to use the shovel that came with the bucket as a jump for his cars, but it was too light and kept sliding out of the way. It was weeks before he played with his bucket again.
Oh.
Linda had to do the promotional write-up herself. She was a visual thinker, not a writer, and the final product didn't attract much interest in the local paper. The show came and went without much notice, and Linda couldn't stop wondering if having a better turnout would have opened more doors for her painting career. Oh, that's why she wanted Dan to do the promo ads. I didn't make that connection. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, now they're drifting further apart.
They are drifting further apart. Vacation. It was summer. And summer was the time. I guess we'll see what the time is for in the next episode. Maybe we can get them to be a little closer together. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you tomorrow for another one.